It's Tendo here. So, as you've noticed, I've released a battle video in Pokemon Go, and really, I just want to give a sort of introduction to myself and my relationship with Pokemon Go. Today's Valentine's Day, so that means there's something of a sort of community day happening, or a special occasion where we have special Pokemon like Love Disc, and we have a certain collection to get. So as you can see on screen, I've got everything except for Umbreon, I forget names these days, Espeon, and those two Dragon Psychic Pokemon whose name escapes me right now. But it's raining here in the LDN, London, UK, so I just want to go out for a bit, but I really want to just get this video out there because I've been meaning to do it for quite some time now, and it's going to be one of the formats of types of videos that I post on YouTube, where it's just me and the environment in different destinations in London, hopefully going forward, different nations, different countries, just showcasing my Pokemon journey. And so with me, I've been playing Pokemon since the days of Red and Blue. Back in 1996, was it? Back then I had the Game Boy, and I've been hooked ever since. The thing about Pokemon for me is the sense of strategy that keeps me addicted, even as I am today as a man in my 30s. You know, so that's always kept me addicted, always kept me coming back. I've played every generation of game. I pretty much know all the Pokemon, you know, I know all the evolutions. I've owned the latest Sword and Shield on the Switch. And speaking of the Switch, that is going to be another mainstay of mine on my channel in terms of what I post. So I want to post some playthroughs of new games. I'm really hoping that we get a Nintendo Switch Pro, because that's pretty much what I'm holding out for. I'm holding out for a Nintendo Switch that can hopefully put out 4K, and hopefully with it is Breath of the Wild 2 released with it, that I'm just gonna binge record like crazy. And for the fact that there's also a little bit of a quiet time with regards to the Nintendo Switch, I'm kind of putting that on the back burner. But actually on another trial channel, I actually played through Pikmin 3 Deluxe and the opening parts of Breath of the Wild, so stay tuned for that. So I've owned Sword and Shield, yeah, but I wasn't too fond of it, to be honest. I think it's something to do with the visual representation, as well as the, I guess, linearity of the gameplay story, whatever you might call it. It just didn't feel like a new generation game, if you know what I mean. Whereas a game like Pokemon X and Y on the 3DS, that was like Pokemon heaven to me. Like, everything felt new. You know, we got the new fairy type, we got obviously the new generation, you know, we got a whole new world, we got Mega Evolution. You know, and these things made that game great and very memorable, but Sword and Shield didn't. So I wasn't too fond of it. I completed it, but I didn't really go back to it. I'm not really playing it on a competitive level. But I say all that to say, pretty much, like, my love for Pokemon is never ending. I've been playing Pokemon Go since 2016, since it released, and for the fact that I've been playing it now for what, 5 years straight, pretty much every day, everywhere I've gone to, every country, it makes sense to start doing something like this and start documenting my playthroughs, you know, because I think this is beyond a passion, or this is at least a passion, and I really want to express that to you guys and to the world. So, you know, obviously I'm starting, and obviously there's going to be things to work on, you know, my sound, my video, you know, what I'm doing, my editing. So I welcome any type of advice, but I think for me it's just important to get move on, make a start, get videos out there, and you know, work on my craft. So this is pretty much my neighborhood. I'm blue team. What is that? Team Valor. Sorry, I always never get the names right. Does it say here? By the way, yes, I'm Falcon Blizzak. But I'm blue team, so typically my Pokemon will always be up here in these local gyms. I'm actually waiting for medallion, because what I've been doing for the last few years is buying the medallion to change teams. I originally started out as red team, then I moved on to yellow team, and then to blue team. So I kind of I always like changing up a bit. I'm not sure if they are going to do it this year. I think it's usually at the beginning of the year, right? That team medallion for about 1,000 Poke coins. But yeah, it's Valentine's Day, so I'm trying to get the remaining Pokemon for that collection, but it seems like that's going to come only from raids. And luckily we got given the free raid passes yesterday for free, which is a good shout. Ooh, what did we get here? Mighty Anna. Okay, not so great. I'll put it back. I have a bad habit of throwing out Pokemon prematurely. Like last year alone, I've missed out on 2 shiny Pokemon. Actually, one this year, that seed Pokemon, I forgot his name, Sunflower, the seed version. I got a shiny, but it didn't look very different from the main one, from the normal version, so I threw that out by accident. And last year I got a shiny Poliwag. I think again the blue was just kind of like a light blue, and I threw that out. So you know, I'm trying to be a bit more conscious with my decisions to let Pokemon go, but I'm not like these other crazy Pokemon Go players who have like thousands upon thousands of storage. I guess I'm a minimalist at heart, or broke, either one of the case, whichever suits. So yeah, so hopefully you won't get annoyed with me just transferring Pokemon off the cuff. So yeah, this is just really an intro to what I want my channel to be focused on. Like the banner in my main page suggests, it's all about Pokemon Go and the Nintendo Switch. You know, but again, you know, I have a big passion for Pokemon Go. I've dedicated so much time to playing it that it makes absolute sense to start streaming it, you know, start kind of expressing my love for the series, for the game. And I also want to speak about deeper issues that the game helps with. Let's just get out of the noise for a bit. Okay, it's getting dark and rainy, so I'm not going to be out for too long. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, like, I'm pretty much a lone guy playing this game, and I think Pokemon Go is a special game in that it can alleviate feelings of, I guess, loneliness, maybe even depression, for the fact that it's getting you active. You know, you're naturally releasing dopamine in your system, you're naturally feeling good from it, from the walk, from the activity, you know. And this is a major thing for me because traditionally, you know, people have a lot of bad things to say about video games and its effects on people, you know, that being laziness, slothfulness, you know, even weight gain is associated with playing video games. But Pokemon Go is one of those games where it's doing the complete opposite in many ways, you know. It's making people who might have been more antisocial a little bit more sociable, you know, aka on community days. You know, in the old place where I lived, right next to a big massive park, similar to this one where we're going now, every community day, like, it was rammed full of people back when they were doing it for like 10 a.m, you know, 10 a.m to what, 1 p.m was it? Crammed full of people. And month goes on and we start to recognize each other, we start talking here and there, we start expressing our glee for the game. Oh, we might catch a shiny, and then we you know, let's talk about it. 1 minute, let me just put on a incense since I have one more, just to give more activity on the Pokemon Go front, you know. And again, activity, and with the release of battling, you know, it gives you some element of strategy, which was for me a main pull from the main games. You know, I'm not the type of guy that collects the sort of plushies or you know, even games. I don't really like have a collection of games. I usually just, again, like a minimalist, just trade it in, exchange it, etc, etc. But for me, Pokemon, the strategy, you know, with the elements, with the Pokemon, with the defense, attack stats, it's like a very addictive game, you know. And I guess traditionally I've always been a sort of RPG fan of turn-based games, you know, so the strategy comes natural to me to think, rather than just simply have, you know, have a like a button mash 'em up, you know, kind of mindless gameplay, you know. So there's so much good that comes out of a game like Pokemon Go. I feel it's, you know, not spoken of that much, and so I just want to be another voice that speaks of its benefits, you know. So speaking of depression, there's been times when, for example, I've left a long-term relationship and I'm pretty much alone, mentally and physically speaking. But one thing that helped me, you know, one thing that made me a bit more happier in, you know, around that time of being unhappy, was going out for walks, going out for long introspective walks with Pokemon Go as an ally. You know, not only am I going for aimless walks, I'm also having some sort of fun in the form of the Pokemon Go game. You know, some form of exploration in terms of reaching new destinations, reaching new gyms, you know, getting bonuses for, you know, venturing out to new places. You know, it really motivates and creates a sense of here's a Muna. So I've collected a few already today. I've gotten one with great stats, so I'm just looking for about 10 to 15 candy to evolve it into, is it Mushana? Something like that. But yeah, you know, Pokemon Go is such a great game with great qualities, great benefits that are generally underspoken. Like, for example, when it first released in 2016, the only news we got off of this game, and this is actually speaking of the fact that, you know, in our society we like to hear bad news, but the only thing that people speaking about Pokemon Go in the news was for the fact that people were kind of trespassing. You know, people were kind of going to places where they shouldn't be just to collect Pokemon. And even around my flat where I was living, like, we would find hordes of people in one location around a poker stop, you know. So there's only heard like negative things about it, which is an understatement. And it's not, you know, there's more positive than negatives in my eyes, you know. Okay, there's another murder. So that's one of my aims with making these videos, to present the true light of this game, you know. Like I said, I've been playing for what, 5 years now. That's a real big chunk of life. That's real dedication, and that's real progress, you know. So this is level 43. Obviously recently upgraded from 40, and let's see how far I am away from it. So I just need to win about 18 more battles in the Master League, and then get the appropriate experience points. I really don't like the Master League for some reason, but I guess it's because of the unlimited nature of it. And I know there's a Premier Cup which limits the use of like Giratina, but I still prefer the lower league cup. So when all cups are available, when all tournaments are available, I usually just go for the Great Battle, you know, because I find it to be more strategic, a bit more fun, rather than fighting tens of Giratinas. And what else? What's that Orca Pokemon? Kyogre. You know, I mean, I eventually find counters and I eventually do good in any league, but yeah, there's just something about the Master League that's just too open, you know. So yeah, I hope I haven't rambled too much, man. I just really want to, I actually really wanted to do this type of video for a long time, but I've had several technical difficulties. Even just now, before recording this, I had a memory card issue. SD card needs formatting, and now it started to rain, so it's like something's trying to stop me to get this video out, but I'm making sure that I get this video out, and then I can learn from improving it, you know, and you know, get some critique once I start getting some traffic, you know, to the channel. So yeah, that's really my intro, a recap, you know. Expect, you know, more of this type of video. So like I posted my first video in with the Love Cup, expect you know, battle tips or teams that I found to be very successful or very good. You know, expect general opinions, and expect more kind of visual videos like this one, you know, where I get out there and play. Hopefully I want to make it a series where I go to many different parks in London, especially now with the spring coming, you know, go to many different parks in London, so you get to see my city as well as us playing this game together, you know. So thanks for watching this video, thanks for checking out my channel out. If you like it, please do like the video. You know, that's the YouTube stuff we say, but it really does help with growth. Subscribe for more videos like this if you enjoyed it, and look out for more videos from your boy Tendo. So this is Tendo live from London on Valentine's Day. Peace.